Today, I start documenting my life. Whiskey, you just came from grooming session yesterday. This is my favorite tree to sit under every time I come out for a walk around this area. So I thought this is the perfect place to start this very meaningful and really exciting documenting my life journey. I know this is kind of a strange angle to record on, but just want you to get a feel for the size of this tree against me. I just love it. It has beautiful canopy as well. Let's see. Yay. How gorgeous is that? So I have done vlogs before. I kind of tapped into this a while back last year. And then the excitement kind of faded off. And I feel like I didn't have this motivation and this why of doing vlogs and documenting my life. Artistic. Go find your stick. Go find your stick. So just a quick recap for all of this to make sense. I've been on a very deep, profound journey of doing a lot of inner work and healing to free myself from anything that wasn't really me, anything that was holding me back from truly living my life as my true self. So that means that 3 years forward, I'm living a very different life. My beliefs are very different. My way of seeing life and my perspective is so different from most of the people. When your internal world has changed so much, I would say it has done a complete 180. When you come out of that hermit mode of that deep, profound work and you start coming out and living your life as this new you and this true self, your authentic self, you see a lot of gap between you and the world. And the biggest challenge in this phase is to not get influenced or not start doubting yourself, your beliefs, your way of seeing life and your way of living life based on how everyone else is living life, because I don't see anyone outside that I can say is kind of a mirror to me. And of course we are all unique and we are all authentic, and it's kind of impossible to find the exact mirror of you, because that's just impossible. We are all different. But you know what I mean, like for instance, people who are following the old paradigm, the old blueprint, the old ways of living and following the system, it's so easy to follow the system because everyone else around you is doing that. Everyone is in the hustle mode, for instance. Everyone is working so hard and chasing their dreams. So it's easy to follow that because our mind craves familiarity, it craves community. So the biggest challenge that I have been facing is trying to stay true to this new person that I I have become, I am, that I have remembered who truly I am. But my mind, being on social media, scrolling through social media, or just seeing people talking on podcasts and things like that, that are still living in the old paradigm, it wavers. The mind starts wavering. So my purpose of documenting my life is so that I can have this external, tangible mirror from myself. This is my way of grounding in my inner world into this 3D world, into this 3D reality, by having this mirror, by seeing myself live the life that I want to live on my own terms, and what feels true to me and what feels authentic to me. And the more I do that, I believe that I won't have as much mental challenges, like constantly trying to pull my mind back into what I believe to be true and what this new persona is, this new persona is my authentic self. So rather than seeking for validation outside of me, in other people, in how they are doing their journey, their healing journey, what they have overcome and what kind of new life they are living, or even getting wavered by the old paradigm and going into states of self-doubts, constantly going in and out of it, like the best thing to do is to document myself living this life. And I believe this will serve as this level of comfort and validation that our physical mind usually needs, my physical mind needs. I don't need anyone else, I don't need to watch anyone else and feel confident in what I believe and how I choose to live life. I'm choosing to do it this way. So this is my reason to document my life. So here we go. I mean, honestly, why find examples out there to follow or be inspired by when you are your own biggest inspiration, and you can be your own example, and you can be your own example of how you choose to do your life. So this is exactly that. You want to hear a dilemma that I have almost every single day? So, any day that Barry has to go to work, I make breakfast for him. And I usually have my breakfast after walking whiskey. So, I usually prep enough ingredients for both of us, for Barry and I. But what happens is, when I'm making his breakfast, I will nibble on the ingredients that are supposed to be for my portion of the breakfast. So after the walk, I end up in this situation where I hardly have anything left. So this was chorizo. I snacked on it. This was supposed to be potatoes. I snacked on it while making his breakfast. Luckily, still have some veggies left and some pico de gallo. So I'm gonna prep more potatoes and more chorizo for the breakfast wrap. Let's do it. So most of the time what ends up happening is that I just end up having something else for breakfast. But today, his breakfast wrap looked really, really good. So I really want the same thing. So I'm gonna getting creative with my breakfast because I feel like almost all the leftovers can be used in some sort of form for breakfast, and it just jazzes things up and makes it exciting. So I get really creative with it. Sometimes, a lot of times I don't have these extra bits and pieces, so it's very standard. Which, like Barry, I've been giving Barry almost the same burrito or breakfast sandwich for the last year, and he doesn't seem to get bored of it. I'm like, I'm bored of cooking it. So today I got really excited when I realized I had some boiled potatoes actually. So I had pico de gallo from the other night. He's awake from his nap. That means it's his playtime now, which I couple with a little workout session for myself. I haven't worked out in forever. I just didn't feel called to it, just didn't feel right. It's not something that I felt I needed to prioritize for the past months and months and months. But recently I feel like moving again, and I'm starting to incorporate a little bit of exercise, and the best time to do it is when it's Whiskey's time to play in the backyard. So while I'm taking breaks in between my sets, I play with him, and he loves that little stop and go kind of a game. He waits for me when I am doing my set. He waits for me to finish my set, and then he runs towards his toy, his ball, or whatever we are playing with, so I can chase him. So let's do another one of those sessions right now. Wanna play? together for ramen. So I made some shin ramen. No egg today. I usually love putting egg in it. I always put egg in it, in fact. But today don't feel like it. And the perfect pairing, Coca-Cola and whiskey's right there as well. We're gonna chill and watch Korean drama. So, when you have done a lot of work on yourself, you have been on a long, profound journey of freeing yourself from fears and conditionings and beliefs that have been introduced to you, not just in this lifetime, but from the past generations as well. When you're on the journey to free yourself from all of that and finally be able to remember who you truly are, like your authentic self, things feel and look very different. And while the entire journey was very difficult, it was very challenging, it had intense moments, and it felt like never ending. Now that I'm stepping out into the world again as this authentic self, as this true self, there is another kind of challenge that I'm facing. And that is, my outside world is not yet reflective of my inside world. There's a lag, of course. It takes time for things to start aligning and coming in and be a mirror of your inner world. And while I'm in this phase, all I can do is stay true to my knowing, but that knowing can only be shared in words so far. There is no physical proof yet that what I'm feeling and what I know to be true is in fact true. I know it here, my intuition knows it, and it feels so right. But the challenge is that the mind is designed to study and see the world in our 3D reality. And it's hearing things, it's hearing conversations, it's hearing other people's ideas and thoughts about very different thing, like about success, about manifestation, about beliefs, about going through their own healing journey. It's like there's so many different ideas and everything which don't necessarily align with my knowing. But then my mind starts questioning, is my knowing really true? So that's sort of the challenge when you're sort of in the in between, where when your outside reality is not yet reflective of your in inner knowing, your inner world. I act from my intuition now. I don't ever feel the need to act on or do something out of rush, out of any kind of fear. But not everyone around me is yet operating at that, and they're going through their own journey in their own time. I know I understand because I have been there as well. When I used to hear people talk about these things, it just did not register. And the fear of not doing enough, the fear of not having financial independence, the programming of you gotta do something to receive something. Those things are very real for most people, and it was very real for me as well. But now that I've moved away from it, and yet others are not yet fully freed themselves from it, it's very easy to start questioning your own path and you're questioning your own knowing. Again, us as humans, we are here in this physical world. We are here to experience the physicality of this universe. So that means just words, just knowing is not enough to convince the mind that it's true. The mind believes what it sees. But this journey is all about believing in the unseen, believing in the uncertainty, believing in the unknown. And I do all that. But since there's a lag of believing in all of those things and having that manifest in your life, like, I know I'm meant to live a life of ease. I know my life is meant to be full of miracles and magic, miraculous opportunities coming my way. I'm magnetizing things towards me rather than chasing things. I know that's my truth. I know that's my life. But then there's a lag, and that lag is uncomfortable at times. If I'm just in my own energy, it's not uncomfortable. There's no discomfort. I feel very free. I feel very liberated. I feel very empowered. It just feels right. But as soon as there's other people involved, other conversations involved, there's me scrolling on social media, again, my mind needs to stop doing that. Sometimes I go down that rabbit hole where my mind is trying to find the proof to disagree with that knowing, because it wants to go into the known, into the comfortable, into and be part of the familiar, be part of the herd, what everyone else is doing, because there's proof. Oh, if you do that, if you shift your mindset like this, if you do this, if you change your habits like this and that, this is what's going to get you results. But I've lived that, and I've left that. The mind is very sneaky, and that's sort of like the nature of the mind as well, is to find something familiar to attach itself to. And when that attachment starts happening, all of this turmoil, this confusion, and this frustration starts building up within, because there's tension between the mind and the knowing, the mind and the heart. The phase that I had been going through, I like to think of it as a pressure cooker where there's lots of thoughts, lots of emotions, lots of feelings combined, put in a pressure cooker, and you never know what's going to come out of it. And it's always beautiful things, beautiful revelations, new perspectives that come to light for me, from this pressure cooker, from being in this pressure cooker. And this is the download that I received before going to sleep. Usually, before I go to sleep or while I'm sleeping, I receive a lot of clarity, especially if I have been through such a phase of questioning, of self doubt, but allow myself to just be with it and allow myself to let it all unfold for me rather than me thinking my way out of it or intellectualizing my way out of it. Because I found out, like, when you're in that state, the best thing to do is to surrender and just be still. It is freaking hard. It is very difficult to be in stillness and just be okay with your mind going crazy, this self doubt, these feeling, these sensations in your body that feel so uncomfortable. But there's beautiful things that come out of it. And last night before I went to bed, there was this sudden desire. I came across a video or something like that. Again, social media is great at times, it has its pros because you receive a lot of synchronistic messages and information through the algorithm, through the video sometimes. And yesterday I came across a video. I can't even remember, to be honest, because I was just about to fall asleep, I think, but I was on my phone. And then suddenly something just clicked. I'm like, I want to start doing vlogs again. I want to start documenting my life again. But that was it. And after, like, I think hour and a half or 2 hours, I remember waking up around 10:30 or something like that, wide awake and super excited and pumped to start recording videos starting next day, which is today. But even at that time, I just didn't have a clear why. I was just letting myself feel that excitement. I try not to attach myself to an idea, like this idea of documenting my life, like, oh, it's come through and then I just gotta do it. I just allow it to unfold. And lo and behold, in the morning as I was waking up, I suddenly had this realization that I'm meant to be documenting my life, because the the example that, or the testimony that my mind is trying to look out into the world to feel safe, to feel that it's on the right path, that we are doing the right thing. The testimony, the example that is looking for on the outside, I have the power to create that for myself and be my own mirror. And me sharing and talking out loud is me bringing my inner world out into the 3D reality. That's me manifesting it into the 3D reality and making it more real for me. So, yeah, that's why we are doing this. I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about this. So, on that point, I will wrap up this video here. I don't know how long it's going to end up being. I'll start editing tonight. We'll see. But this feels good. This feels good. Turns out jazz just needed jazz as a mirror to feel safe, to feel grounded in her knowing. I thought I was done with the video, but then I had to capture this moment right here. In the evening, around 4 o'clock, 4:30, Whiskey jumps into my lap and we have a little cuddle time. We cuddle. We cuddle. It's cuddle time. Cuddle time.